Houston Rockets fans, brace yourselves. Another blow has landed, and it's not just any setback. It's a major roadblock to their championship dreams. The team that shocked the NBA last season with a meteoric rise to the second seed now faces a huge question mark. Who's going to run the offense without Fred VanVleet? Fred VanVleet wasn't just a point guard. He was the glue, the coach on the floor, the guy who kept the team together when things got messy. Losing him isn't just a missing stat line, it's losing the heartbeat of this Rockets roster. Let's break this down. Fred VanVleet averaged 15 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, and shot 35% from 3 last season. On paper, those numbers don't scream superstar, but stats only tell part of the story. Leadership? Check. Communication with the refs? Check. Veteran savvy? Absolutely. At 30 years old, he was the only true veteran point guard in a rotation otherwise dominated by young players and aging stars like Kevin Durant and Dorian Finney-Smith. Now let's be real, Durant is incredible, one of the best scorers in NBA history, but leadership, not his strongest suit. And that's why Fred VanVleet's absence isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's a fundamental problem for Houston. So, who's left to run the show? Amen Thompson, Reed Sheppard, and Aaron Holiday. Let's be honest, none of them are ready to replace Fred VanVleet's unique combination of leadership, experience, and on-court IQ. Amen Thompson is athletic, yes, and showed flashes last year. Some big games with 30-plus points, but he's still young, still learning. Reed Sheppard, the 3rd overall pick last year, is a shooter and playmaker on paper, but he's 6 feet 2 inches, skinny, and struggles defensively. And Aaron Holiday, solid backup, but he's not leading a contender. Basically, Houston's backcourt depth has gone from championship-ready to a major question mark overnight. And let's not sugarcoat it. The Rockets were counting on VanVleet to provide stability and veteran guidance this season. Now, why is this such a big deal? To understand, you need to remember what Houston did last season. The Rockets went from the bottom of the standings to the 2nd seed in the Western Conference. Yes, 2nd seed. That wasn't luck. It was a perfect storm of young talent, coaching, and VanVleet's leadership. They weren't just getting lucky. They had a strong core of young players, a head coach obsessed with defense, and VanVleet to tie it all together. If you look at the numbers, the jump was insane. From last place to 11th, and then suddenly, the 2nd seed. That's what a good vet and a sharp coach can do for a young team. But now, that rocket-fueled momentum faces a serious obstacle. Without VanVleet, the team loses more than scoring. It loses leadership, defense communication, and composure in clutch moments. And let's talk shooting. The Rockets already struggled from beyond the arc last season. Over half of their made threes came from VanVleet, Jalen Green, and Dillon Brooks, all of whom are not suiting up this season. Yes, Kevin Durant is a phenomenal shooter, but he's 37 now, and he can't carry floor spacing alone. The Rockets need shooters who can create space for him and let him operate efficiently. Without it, defenses can collapse on Durant, force tough shots, and expose Houston's weaknesses night after night. And it doesn't stop there. Poor shooting also limits which rotations the coach can use. Remember the lethal Amen Thompson, Alperen Sengun, Steven Adams lineup? That rotation relied on spacing, and now it's in jeopardy. Now, let's examine Reed Sheppard. Drafted 3rd overall last year, he was supposed to provide the shooting and playmaking the Rockets desperately need. But here's the catch. He's undersized and not a strong defender. And Coach Udoka? He doesn't compromise on defense. It's the secret sauce that made Houston competitive last season. In fact, Sheppard played just 12 minutes per game at times, with Udoka even benching him for 11 straight healthy games during critical stretches. So don't expect the rookie to suddenly carry the offense or replace VanVleet's leadership. And this is where Houston's management faces a dilemma. Their mid-level exception and cap space are limited, making it nearly impossible to bring in a proven veteran point guard without trading Sheppard or another asset. The one silver lining? Amen Thompson. He was drafted for his athleticism and defensive ability, and last season he showed flashes offensively too. He dropped 33 points in Boston, 25 points at Madison Square Garden, and had multiple games with double-digit assists. If Thompson can evolve into a true two-way star, a young LeBron-like figure capable of defending, handling the ball, and creating plays, Houston's nightmare scenario could be salvaged. But this situation underscores a larger truth. Championship windows in the NBA are fleeting. Houston's window is open right now with Kevin Durant. If they miss this season, it could be years before they're back in contention. Other elite teams have the same plan. Young talent plus veterans. Only one team wins. And with the 2027 free agent class looming, Houston needs to make this season count. Their future may still be bright, but it depends on stepping up immediately, especially in the backcourt. So, to sum up, losing Fred VanVleet is a massive blow for the Rockets. Leadership, veteran presence, clutch scoring, gone. The current point guard rotation is untested. Shooting and spacing are concerns. Reed Sheppard may not be ready. Amin Thompson is the only hope. But here's the thing, the NBA is unpredictable. If Thompson develops faster than expected, if the Rockets make smart adjustments, they could still compete. Kevin Durant is still one of the greatest scorers ever, and Coach Udoka knows how to maximize talent. Houston's path to contention is narrower now. Yes, riskier, but not impossible. The next few months will define whether this Rockets team can turn adversity into opportunity or watch their championship window close before their eyes. Rockets fans, buckle up. This season is going to be a roller coaster.